Happy Magic Monday! Welcome to another magical week. So jumping right in, last week I pulled the card from the Sacred Traveler deck. I pulled First Light, Beginning a New Cycle. Like I've said before, when it comes to oracle cards, you interpret them the best way for you. There are infinite ways of interpreting this statement, beginning a new cycle. It can mean so many different things to you. Maybe it has to do with a relationship or a thought pattern or your job. It could apply to anything in your life. What this card means is starting over, basically. In my opinion, this is my interpretation. And so I just want to share my personal interpretation so that maybe it'll inspire you to think of a way that this could apply to your life. So beginning a new cycle for me, it's kind of interesting to think about beginning a new cycle when I'm in the middle of a lockdown. I have been in lockdown now for about a month in Da Nang, Vietnam, and so there aren't a lot of new things you can do while you're stuck inside your building. For me, I ended up going through an interesting thought pattern, and I shifted my thought pattern on social media. And I've been focusing a lot on reality dreamers lately. While I've been in lockdown, reality dreamers has been like my baby that I've been nourishing. Okay, I'll just be honest and say that I've had this love-hate relationship with social media, and I've always viewed it as the enemy, as something we need to resist and fight against. And this week, I finally sat down and thought about how the ways that social media has actually helped us, because I need to face the reality that these platforms aren't going anywhere, and they're very much a part of our life. And so instead of fighting it, I need to embrace it and use it as a tool and recognize the power that it has, the good power that it has. And YouTube is allowing me to express myself and to do these oracle card readings and hopefully help other people. And then I reevaluated my thoughts on Instagram. Instagram is actually the platform I probably use the most in my personal life. I don't post a lot, but I find myself on it a lot. So rather than fighting it, this week I decided to actually make a plan. And so I found a site where I can map everything out, and everything changed. Rather than it being something that I need to do, a task I need to do every day, being able to actually lay out my photos and my stories, it was so amazing seeing them all in one place and planning it out, so then all I have to do each day is just copy and paste and post. That way, maybe it'll reach more people, and I'll have more of my playground to play in, and a way to share my stories and inspirational thoughts. And then I came up with a bunch of journal prompts and some quotes that make me happy. So when I go to my Instagram page, it doesn't feel like this burden. It's more like a happy place. It's a place that's filled with beautiful thoughts and beautiful photos. So be sure to check it out, Reality Dreamers. That's my handle. So that was my first light, if you will. So I mentioned in last week's video that I got a new oracle card deck in Vietnam. So in Vietnam, it's funny when you order things online, because a lot of times what you order is not necessarily what you get, and that definitely happened with this deck. It's still awesome and it's gonna work, but there is a little twist to it. So I got the deck Everyday Witch, and I loved this deck because it's about it's how I view magic. It's like, I think we're all witches in a way. It's like modern magic, and we all have magic within us. and we can all look around and see the magic. It's just a matter of like how open we are to seeing it. So the funny thing about this deck is I think it's a knockoff. They made it's like a playing card deck. So they're smaller cards, but it didn't come with the booklet. So I had to email the company that I bought it from, and then they sent me the PDF of the booklet with all the guides and the information, and the PDF had all these like little like stains on it. You could tell that like somebody had just taken pictures of it. And then I pulled my first card last week to get like acquainted with it. And then the card I pulled was actually missing. It was like the one missing page in the booklet. So anyway, I thought I would pull a card from this deck this week, and we'll see how it goes. The one catch about it is like I have to stop recording because the PDF is on my phone and I'm recording on my phone, so I can't just read it. So I will do a voice memo for that and then come back. So we shall see what we get for Everyday Week or Everyday Witch. I'm kind of excited, but check out the picture. I think it's super cute. There's a cat in every card and it's just cute. And also in Vietnam it was $4, so can't go wrong. So I thought I would kind of freshen up my decks. I only have 2 that I alternate between, so now I have 3, so it'll give us a little bit more variety. So here is what the deck looks like. I think it's super cute. So it'll be interesting to see what we get and how we all interpret it. I shuffled the deck already with the question, what does the universe want to share with the world right now? So let's see what we get. Ready? Okay. Affirmation for positive change. Here we go. I think that's such a cool photo. Well, I'm going to stop recording and then I will look up the PDF and I will read it out loud. Change can be scary, and sometimes we resist making changes because we are afraid we will make things worse instead of better. The best way to get past this fear is to direct your energy toward making sure any shifts are positive. Ask the power of water to move you in the right direction and put out your intention into the world as clearly and decisively as you can. Action. It seems like a simple thing, but doing one small act each day toward whatever positive changes you wish to achieve will eventually move you closer to your goal. If every day you pull a few weeds, eventually you will have a neater garden. Need to have more money? Start by saving the change from your pockets and putting it into a jar every day. Want more love in your life? Put a little bit out into the universe every day, even if it seems as though you aren't getting anything back. Want to run a 5K? Start by walking around the block. Every act that moves you forward, no matter how small, not only gets you closer to your goal, but it reinforces your message to the universe that this is what you really want. Divination. This card may be a hint that you need to have more faith in yourself and your ability to achieve your goals, or maybe a reminder that positive change is as much about the journey as it is the place you end up. Keep putting one foot in front of the other and focus on what you want to achieve. You can do it. Okay, there you have it. Affirmation for positive change. Yay, I'm super excited about this new deck. I really love it. As like quirky as it is, I think this is going to be a really cool deck. So it's sorted by the different elements. So you have water, air, fire, earth, and then it's also categorized. You have different things that you can do in terms of action steps, which I love this affirmation for positive change and the action steps you can take, because they're so practical and they're so realistic, and it gives you a really good example of how you can use this card to your benefit. And then it also gives you the divination, the magical aspect of this card. So again, I always refer to right now the coronavirus because that's such a that's what's going on in the world right now. And so this is such a good card to pull at this time. I read a book a long time ago. I think it was actually one of the books that really started waking me up to the personal growth aspect of my life, and it's called The Compound Effect, and it talks about just that, about these tiny little steps that we make every day, these little habits that we build. And over time, it's like the snowball effect. It grows and grows and grows into something amazing. And so when I was reading this, I personally was interpreting it like I'm focused so much on reality dreamers right now. I feel like so many other things are great in my life, and I really want to focus on reality dreamers. And so I was thinking about how even what I mentioned before with Instagram, it's just like, just post a photo every day. It's not that big of a deal. Instead of trying to tackle this massive, massive thing all at once, it's helpful to chip away at it and find small little action steps that we can take that builds up to the big goal that we want to reach. I love this photo because it shows a woman and she's taken off her fancy little dress and she sees the ship and she finds hope and she's gonna go and get to that ship. But honestly, I don't know if I'd want to go to the ship. I'd want to hang out with the mermaid. Anyway, yeah, so here we are. Everyday Witch Oracle deck. I hope you liked it. I love it. I can't wait to put this into the little cycle. Affirmation for positive change. Let's think of the little things that we can do each day. I hope you have a very positive week full of little nuggets of positivity and joy. Have a very magical week, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.